Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I am here with my brother as we explore the newest version of my modern Merfolk list. But before we get into that, we're going to thank our sponsor, the bananabase.com, your home base for everything banana.
Our featured card of the week, Tassiger, same as every other week.
Yep. And but we also have new patrons supporting me on Patreon. So we're gonna thank very much to my new patrons, Michael Chevalier. We've got Ernst Somerseth, and we have Roberto Del Rio Urzua. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon and supporting the channel. So we are going to scrap Blue White Merfolk for a little while because, well, you know, all my results with that thing were dubious. And we're going to go back to Mono Blue Merfolk. Now, like, if you're a patron of mine, you might have known that, you know, I'm pretty high on Dakra Mystic, but the problem is it's very hard to make a good Dakra Mystic deck with Fairy Conclave at the same time. It's just that, like, you really don't want to be playing this thing on turn 1. You want to be playing, like, a Merfolk on turn 1. You want to be playing the Dakra Mystic. But I'm a little bit more attached to the Fairy Conclave because it helps us way more against Titan Shift, against Tron, Grixis Control, Blue-White Control, and Jeskai Control. And by the way, all these decks are out in full force to beat humans. I don't even see humans anymore online. They're gone because the metagame has become so harsh to those decks. They also have problems with Titan Shift, with Control. But fortunately, Merfolk can adapt. Merfolk can change. The 75 of the humans list, it is set in stone. It has like 2 flex spots, but Merfolk can change everything. So this is basically the list that I am closest to. I tried it with and without Fairy Conclave because I'm playing with a lot of 1-drops. But you know what? I could still win with Fairy Conclave. And you know what? Even though it's clunky in a lot of situations, I just can't... I can't ignore that more than 20% of the metagame is like Control right now. It's just so enormous. It's such a large portion of the metagame that I'm going to have to live with the clunkiness of Fairy Conclave to reap the benefits of it when we go super late in a lot of these games. So, some new additions. M. Hayashi made a 5-0 list with Repeal, and I wanted to try it out. So far it's fine. I have no complaints with it. It is like a replacement for Echoing Truth, but Echoing Truth, I think, like, you know, Echoing Truth is good against sort of good against tokens because you can bounce them all. Repeal is also good too because you can, for 1 blue, at least bounce a token and get a card out of it. I think it's, you know, if not better, because you want to keep drawing into gas. And I'm playing now a super creature light version because this is how I play Merfolk. I hate playing with just a bunch of creatures. I always lose when I just have a bunch of creatures in my hand. I need interaction. I need a way to beat my opponent. I need to play around their spells. So I went with a super creature-light version. We've got 20 creatures in the main deck. We're playing with 4 Silvergills, 4 Lord of Atlantis, 4 Master of the Pearl Trent, 4 Merfolk Trickster, and 4 Master of Waves. But don't worry, because we still have all the man lands, and those things count as creatures as well. Something important to note is because we have like some really dubious cards in here, like Spell Pierce and Relic, which, you know, could end up being completely brick blank against humans. We've got Smuggler's Copter. I'm bringing back Smuggler's Copter because we need a way. I mean, Smuggler's Copter I think is fine right now with Spirits coming back and all the control decks and Titan Shift, and I think it's fine against Tron. Yeah, Spirits and Humans, Smuggler's Copter can help block against. And also just to get through all the nonsense in our deck, if it is nonsense against particular decks. And also, you know, get rid of extra lands if necessary. So the idea is I'm appealed to Repeal because it draws cards, and I want to cycle through my deck for all the important bombs, like Master of Waves. So we can draw cards with the Repeal, we can draw cards with Relic of Progenitus, with Spreading Seas, with Silvergill Adept. I thought for a second of bringing back Deprive, but bringing back Remand, but doing what Deprive is too good, we're going to keep Deprive. What else do I want to say about this deck? So far it's solid. I've only been playing it in friendly leagues because I'm exhausted. And what we have here on the sideboard, we're going to stick with Deprive, but I am going to bring in Tidebinder Mage. There are enough there's like a bunch of green. I mean, I faced a bunch of green decks recently, so I want to have Tidebinder Mage for them. Like Zoo decks, for example. And Tidebinder Mage, I think, also helps us against... Well, you need... I need a way to side out like all the Spell Pierces and all the relics against spirits and humans. So I thought overloading on Tidebinder Mage is perfectly fine. Tidebinder Mage looks... it's I don't know if it's really well positioned, but it is still going to be good against the decks I want it to be good against, including Hollow One, Aggro, tapping down Grim Lavamancer, tapping down Flameblade Adept, and Flamewake Phoenix. And it's just a random Grizzly Bear to bring in against spirits. That's all. Like, it's not going to tap anything down, but we just need a threat because we're not going to bring in anything else. I'm just going to bring in the Gut Shots and the 4 Tidebinder Mages. I'm going heavy on Tectonic Edge. I don't know if we need the Cavernous Souls in the main deck just because, there's so many Field of Ruins, and it is another Field of Ruin target, but you know what? I can live without it. I have enough colorless things that I can survive with the 20th land being a Tectonic Edge, and we have the rest of them in the sideboard to deal with those control decks, turning them into a mono blue deck, hampering them on mana to keep Spell Pierce even more alive. And the last Relic of Progenitus. So you might wonder, why am I playing with Relic in the main deck? Why am I playing with Relic in the main deck? What's going on here?
Well, it's always useful.
It's always useful! And worst case scenario, you can cycle it! That's the thing. It's never, super bad. And because there's just so much control right now, I think Relic can come back to the main deck. Do you know what? If I play against humans, I don't care. That's the deck that's getting hated out right now. I haven't seen humans in a long time. And I want to be able to beat the decks that are beating humans. There's a lot of control. Grixis, Blue-White, and Jeskai Control all care about this card. Hollow One cares about this card. KCI cares about this card. So I think it's time to bring Relic back to the main deck. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this whole drawing card deck can help us get to our more high impact spells. And this is just the way I like to play Merfolk. I'm not the play creatures, turn them all sideways, kill them as quickly as possible. I need to control the game because if you can't beat control decks very well taking the aggro strategy. You have to be playing around their cards. And anyway, so this is the Merfolk deck that we are going to be playing. Let's go play round 1. We won the die roll. Did we win? Yeah, we won the die roll. I'll keep this. And it looks like I'm going to go Mutavault. Ether Vial, we're going to attack with Mutavault. And by the time we get Ether Vial on 2, I'll Vial in a Lord. And then we're probably going to Vial our Lord on our 4th turn. We're going to... You'll see what's happened. I want to Vial in a Lord when it's on 2. Then Vial in a Lord... when it's on 2 at my upkeep, then take it up to 3 so that we can get Master Waves in play. It may sound confusing, but it will all be clear. Oh no, it's Elves. Elvish Mystic.
Forget everything he just said.
Yeah, that's Black-Green Elves. Well, we have sort of an aggressive hand, but usually Elves is more aggressive. It's just faster. Just do stupid things. That's not bad.
You should be able to pay 2 life to take up Aether Vial by 2.
Yes, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. So Merfolk Trickster might change the plans, depending on what our opponent's going to be playing here. We want to attack? Oh, nothing. That's excellent. So, I guess their hand is pretty bad.
Oh, Spreading Seas.
I don't know what I'm looking for. You're going to do something on my upkeep? Yeah, you just skipped your turn. Oh, so our opponent screwed up.
Sad face.
You know what? But I most certainly don't mind. Especially against Elves. When your opponent, just a disclaimer, we're in a friendly league. I'm exhausted. I'm not playing no competitive league. I'm gonna go battle it out with the ponies today. It never gave you priority somehow. Well, I hope it does that every single turn from here on out. Just never give priority. So, I guess I'll reveal Merfolk Trickster. We're going to put the Silvergill Adept in play. I sort of want to just keep hitting my land drops so that we can get a Master of Waves on curve. Hopefully that's the best thing to do. That's not bad. Under some circumstance, we might hold that up. So at my opponent's upkeep, we're going to Merfolk Trickster, the Elvish Mystic. Now, one thing that's interesting about this list, it's got no Harbinger of the Tides. I found that Harbinger is actually pretty clunky. It's like really good against Hollow One Aggro. It's really good against Infect. I don't really like it against anything else, though. It's like even awkward against humans. Like it doesn't bounce the things that you really want to bounce. Like what's it called? Whoops! No, don't do this now. Let's not play at the level of our opponent right now. Do things properly. But yeah, Harbinger of the Tides, unfortunately, not forcing the issue like I would want it to. And like I said, there's like so much Titan Shift and Tron and Control. And like Harbinger is like okay because you can cast that flash speed, but like that's not enough to have it in the deck in my opinion. It's just not enough. It doesn't help that Spirits is now playing at like flash speed. Nettle Sentinel. Okie dokie then. Nettle Sentinel. Gonna untap Nettle Sentinel. So now I think I'm going to do the trick that I said I was going to do earlier. We're going to tap this. We're going to activate it. We're going to put our Lord in play. And then we're going to take this thing up to 3. Ooh, Repeal's not bad. Repeal can bounce the Elvish Mystic, keeping our opponent still off a lot of mana. And keeping Spell Pierce live, by the way. Or do I attack for 9? I can attack for 9 here. I think I'm going to repeal the Elvish Mystic.
Came into this thing saying you wanted interaction.
I want interaction. We're going to interact. And there's the Relic of Progenitus, which does absolutely nothing in this matchup.
But you can use it to cycle.
That's right! You're going to see the cycling power of the Relic of Progenitus. So Nettle Sentinels don't block. I'm hoping that our opponent does not have Heritage Druid. If they do, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully we're going to get our Master of Waves in play. And the Master will deal with the rest of this. So like the only card I super fear right now, Heritage Druid. If they don't have Heritage Druid, then they're in a lot of trouble. You know, even if they play Elvish Archdruid here, I'm not particularly concerned. So this is not really a sign that they have Heritage Druid. They would have played Heritage Druid immediately. Tap Nettle Sentinel and Elvish Mystic for mana. Sorry, tap the Nettle Sentinels and the Heritage Druid for mana, played Elvish Mystic, untap the Nettle Sentinels, and then make go crazy. And one reason I sort of want to bounce the Elvish Mystic is that my opponent was in position to play Collected Company. And I know I have Spell Pierce for that. But by doing this now, I'm giving myself 2 turns. I bounce the Elvish Mystic, they replay it, they can't play Collected Company, and then they can't play it next turn. Oh, Dwynen's Elite, okay. Well, we're going to play a Master of Waves on our turn, so I care not for this nonsense. Guess I'll just exile something from my graveyard. I don't know how it can punish me. But who knows? So we'll take this thing up to 4, and we'll be ready for the master to arrive. So I'm going to attack with not everything, but a lot of things. Because each block represents, less mana for Heritage Druid, less mana for Court of Calling. All the blocks are not... I mean, maybe even more accurate was attacking with Master of the Pearl Trident. Because no matter how my opponent blocks, I'm just going to play Master of Waves, make a billion tokens, and then hopefully go wide against our opponent later. Oh, what a cute little block. Warrior! Elf Warrior. So Mutavault was not blocked, so we're going to play Master of Waves so that we can get the extra Devotion. And on top of that, we need to get the Devotion before Silvergill Adept dies. Let's not forget, this is not really a fair fight. Our opponent clicked to their turn. I'll exile their creature.
Fair.
Well, you know what? It's fair online, I guess.
If somebody held his hands behind his back and forced him to go through his turn, that would be unfair.
I'm just saying, this is not a very realistic board state. Maybe it would be a lot closer than it actually is. It's like we're a turn ahead. So we got the Spell Pierce up for all their collected company needs. They just play Blooming Marsh like it's nothing, so that's good news. So I'm not going to crack Relic, because if I crack Relic, then that exposes me to Collected Company. So I'm just going to do nothing. And we're just going to attack for the win.
Pump them all up, just for fun.
Actually, I'll cancel. No, I can't. I can't cast these Lords. I can't tap out my blue mana. I need the Spell Pierce for Collected Company. Attack with everything except the Master of Waves.
3, 2, 1.
No, they're going to cast Collected Company. I'm going to Spell Pierce it. Then you can count. I know everything. I'm the Merfolk Master! The Merfolk Master.
3.
Yeah, now you can do
2. There we go.
Nikachu MTG playmats are finally here, featuring the iconic Bunny of Waves. We've also teamed up with Dragon's Lair to bring you Master Your Waves and Bunny Guide. Pick up yours today at inkgaming.com by following the link in the description. So what do we want? Well, the gut shots are going to be fine. They're actually not great. I used to think gut shot was great against elves. I actually think I'm wrong about that now. I think against elves now, you want to just save your Dismember for Elvish Archdruid and Azuri. You just need to have an answer to those things, and unfortunately Gutshot can't kill either of them, so that is sad. So we're going to take out Relic. We might even keep Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is definitely not that great. However, if we're going to keep their mana down with Gutshots and Tidebinder Mage, maybe it's fine. Let me just take out 4 more cards. Probably Repeal can go. Yeah, maybe Repeal's not that bad. If there's anything else I want to take out? Silvergill Adept. Silvergill Adept is actually a card I want to remove. Silvergill Adept is not good. These games are not attrition based. They're sort of tempo based. Well, maybe they will be attrition based if I'm going to use Gutshot and try to trade resources. So we'll take out a Spell Pierce. I still want to play this card because it does draw us something. So it's like a Vapor Snag, but draws a card. And we can even bounce a Dwynen's Elite token sometimes. Spell Pierce. Nah, do you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it like that. Ugh. We're on the draw. See, things like Gutshot is not really buying us a lot of time because they're just going to play another creature. I guess I'm just going to mulligan this. If I knew that I could buy a few turns with that... Oh, this hand is actually quite good. I guess I'll put that on top. Unclaimed territory on Elf. That's got to be a budget card. Atlanta War Elves. So we're not going to interact very much for a little while. But hopefully things don't go crazy. It's one of, like, Elves is one of our worst matchups. I'm playing with 4 Tidebinder Mages, so that could help. Although Tidebinder Mage can show up the matchup much more if I'm on the play. There's Elvish Archdruid. So let's see if this goes insane. If we get an opportunity to play this Tidebinder Mage on the Elvish Archdruid, that could change everything. There's the Fairy Conclave, so this is basically where everyone starts yelling at me, "Hey, Nikachu, Fairy Conclave, no good." Well, I'm not playing this deck to play against Elves. Elves is a very rare portion of the metagame. I am playing in the friendly leagues, and it's possible, you know, people in the friendly leagues... The creature decks are in the friendly leagues, because they can't stand the heat of the control decks.
Ouch.
Sounds cruel, but... You know, that's how it is. Okay, so our opponent has collected company mana at the ready. And does nothing with it. They tried to attack, I think, with their Elvish Archdruid and ended up adding mana instead. This is funny. This game is just all sorts of hilarious. This program is garbage, agreed.
MTG Arena will make all these things obsolete.
Welcome to Magic the Gathering Online. Our opponent is clearly playing this for the first time. Now, what to do with our Copter? They're attacking for 8? That's a lot. I guess... I feel like being a little frisky here. Let's play the Tidebinder Mage, tap down Elvish Archdruid. Fortunately, everything is still really big. But the point is, we're going to attack for 3. And I'm sort of trying to dig for a land. An untapped blue source would be great, because then I could play... Well, I guess it doesn't change very much. I sort of want to get this Master Waves on the board to stabilize the whole thing. Actually, if I do find an untapped blue source, I will take it. It's not an untapped blue source, so I guess we'll dump the Trickster. Hit for 3, and then we're going to get hit for a ton. We have decent cards in our hand, though. Because if we could draw an untapped blue source, then we would be capable of, like, flashing in Merfolk Trickster, target Elvish Archdruid, and then block one of these things and eat up a creature for free. I'm certain if, like, my opponent did not make any sort of Magic the Gathering Online blunders, probably we wouldn't be in such good shape here. Here comes Collect Company. Hopefully no Rex Sage.
Hopefully, just whiffs.
I think they did.
Maybe he'll complain
Did
about
they?
that too.
Oh, no. Oh, I see. Nettle Sentinel was resolving. Okay, forget it. Because, like, some stuff resolved and nothing entered the battlefield. Shout out to A&W. Go to A&W for your hamburger needs in Canada.
This is not a paid promotion.
Yeah.
Yet.
Another Elvish Archdruid.
Elves is doing its thing.
It is. I need to try to keep my life total like somewhat high because of that stupid make you lose life elf. When it enters the battlefield, your opponent loses life equal to the number of elves you control. Well, there's Heritage Druid. Hopefully that doesn't matter very much right now. I mean, look at that board. But they can add 4 more mana, so if they have another collected company, they can go wild. Lead the Stampede. Okay. So nothing else can be done this turn. Your Nettle Sentinel gets to untap. So they're going to look at the top 5 cards of the library, reveal any number of creature cards among them, put the revealed cards into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So they got 2 cards. What do you get? The good cards. They have Azuri. They have another Heritage Druid, I think. Heritage Druid and Azuri. So the trick is how to not lose. That's going to be the key. How to not lose. They have a second Heritage Druid. That is frustrating. Because now they have a bunch of mana no matter what. I think we're leaving this thing on 2. I have to try to win in the next like 2 turn or I need to get a Master Waves in play like now. Or do I? I'm pretty sure I do. I need to draw a land, get this Master of Waves in play. And what I'm going to do with that Master Waves, I don't even know.
You need a miracle.
Oh, there's a Master of Waves. Oh, that's not good. Now what do I do? Tidebinder Mage down the other Archdruid.
You're just going to have to take a really big hit.
I guess so. Well, maybe not. I guess there cannot be a very big hit this turn, so I get like 1 more turn maybe to find this Master of Waves mana. Well, I mean, they could... Okay, like, they don't have to play Azuri. They could just attack with everything on the board. That's a perfectly reasonable play. They have so much power on the board. And they're like, we're going to play creatures. That's what we're going to do. That's what's missing. We need more creatures. Yeah. Yeah, boy. The problem is Merfolk Trickster doesn't interact very well with this thing. I could try to play Merfolk Trickster at their upkeep, but they'll just activate this in response, make everything a monster.
You should have kept the monkey. The red ape.
Oh! My brother saw me playtesting with my April Fool's video, which you guys will see later, I think super later this week. Oh no.
What?
Huh?
It's July.
Later this week.
Your April Fool's video?
Yeah, my April Fool's video. No, my April Fool's deck. Sorry, my April Fool's deck. I made it. That's the stupid thing that you saw with the Simian Spirit Guide.
But we'll be seeing it later. Your April Fool's will
Yes.
be seeing later in July.
No, yes. The video of it. I made a video, whatever. It's called April. It's my April Fool's deck. What are they doing?
Simian Spirit Guide, that's what it's called. Anyway, you should have kept that in this deck. Can ramp into everything.
What is going on? Are they putting a Westvale Abbey in play for some stupid reason? This can't go wrong at all. Yeah. That's what they're doing. This is hilarious. Okay, so all of a sudden, we have a chance. We have a really good chance.
What, he sacked a bunch of creatures?
Yeah, sack their board for this banana. Okay, this thing's good, but like we actually have Merfolk Trickster, so it's gonna get tapped down. It has haste, it has flying, lifelink, indestructible, haste. It's got it all.
Said haste twice.
It's got double haste. Unfortunately,
so
it can't.
What is it? Green? Is it black?
Doesn't have trample. It's black. It's a land that turns into a black creature. Ooh, now what do I do?
Take it up.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's time to take it up now. Now Master of Waves might actually mean something. I'm not exactly attacking for the win, so...
If it's a land, could Tectonic Edge blow it up?
Yes, but it's not a land now, it's a creature now. I think Fairy Conclave is going to be blocking this stupid thing. Or is it? I think so. Sacked all his creatures, that's insane.
Crew the Copter, see if you can get a land.
Do you know what? That's a good idea. I like your thinking. The unfortunate part about Ether Violin 3 is there is nothing that's going to give you cast with that thing. Guess I'm going to dump Lord of Atlantis. Do you know what? I could take one hit, I guess, from this bozo. It's too bad I'm not putting a Master of Waves in play right now.
Next turn, though.
Oh, chump blocking. Music to my ears. Even less resources. It's all going to the dumpster. What is this? This is scary.
So in that manner.
Oh, regeneration. Gotcha. Yeah. Maybe we're going to see the power of... actually, maybe we won't see the power of Fairy Conclave.
Land.
I mean, it's just going to be a chump blocker.
Get a land, you get 2 masters in play.
Hey, chump blocker is better than no chump blocker. Do I still have the repeal in here? I don't remember. I think I repealed it out of the deck. Actually, do you know what? Azuri's going to kill us. I think. They attack for 9. They gain, like, a bunch. Because the thing is, like, Azuri can give this thing trample, is the deal. And +3/+3. So it's actually a 2-turn clock. There's Elvish Archdruid. Not making me any happier. Well, I don't need to attack with Smuggler's Copter next turn. It's not necessary. Okay, attack for 9. So how I have 4 toughness and blocking. Can pump this up maybe twice thanks to the Elvish Archdruid now. We'll see what happens. And they're going to gain like another 9.
Ugh.
Ugh is right. Nothing else we can do. Or is there? Okay, hold on. Maybe I can put a Silver Gill Adept or something in play.
You should put a Master in play. Do they have any like spot removal?
No.
Then just put him out there. He's not going to get wiped out.
I don't want them to know.
He's going to know in 2 turns anyway.
I don't want them to know. Or I guess what I can... Okay, hold on. So Azuri pumps up once. I'm sure it can do it more than once. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can only do it once. This thing's going to become a 12 something. I can block for 3. Okay, so I actually can play a Silver Gill Adept. Hopefully draw an island. Play Lord of Atlantis. Because all the devotion matters. As much devotion as I can get is great. And maybe I should just... Well, maybe that was too risky. Maybe I should just play the Lord of Atlantis. Just so I can make all my creatures... Oh, no. If they want to give Overrun, they have to tap like most of their stuff. That is interesting. Anyway, we're going to pass. Yeah, I might just lose to all the creatures on the board. That's an easy victory for our opponent. We're going to attack with everything? Or just the 9/7 Abomination? What's it going to be? Because I definitely won't have enough elementals for everything. Hoping my opponent just outthinks themselves. What if he has something? Anything! You could have anything! He's got 4 cards in his hand. It could be insane. Oh, no. No. Slow down. Slow down. Pull those creatures back. You don't know. I could have anything. Damn.
Play the Master.
Yeah. Well, I will. Now I play the Master of Waves.
Crew the Copter on the token.
No. I have to crew the Copter on a Master of Waves.
How do you like me now?
How you like me now? See, this might be different if I had Lord of Atlantis in play instead of that Silver Gill Adept, because now everything would be big enough to maybe survive an overrun. Maybe not. Like, the whole situation is pretty bad. This guy's actually taken over the game.
If you can get another Trickster. Little chump blockers.
Okay, so... that deals with this. 3. That deals with that overrun. That deals with that overrun. I'm not gonna have like anything left in play. Whatever. It's a bad spot to be in.
Still, I bet he didn't see this coming.
That's the upside to all of this.
It's like, wow, he had an answer.
Maybe we're gonna bring the repeal back just to bounce this thing. Oh no, does this count as a land? It counts as a creature, right? I don't know. I don't know how this works now. Can repeal bounce this? I'll tell you what. If we don't win the game fairly, we're gonna win on time. And I'll take any win. Just give it to me. I wonder if we could have saved one creature. But also, we would have been in really good shape if we could just peel an untapped land in the last 2 or 3 turns. Just get this Master of Waves on curve. Why did I have to, tick the vial up to 3 to 4? Come on. Why make me do that? You're regenerating everything? Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, let's draw a card. It's another Master of Waves. Okay, so let's dump the Spreading Seas. But I really need a Merfolk Trickster here. Merfolk Trickster can at least tap this thing down a turn. Oh, do only elves get trample? Interesting. I missed that. So Fairy Conclave can block this. Very interesting. But they're at 29 life.
Just keep dumping masters.
Regenerate another target elf. What if I try to go in and attack you? Can you block? Would you think about something like that? Well, we gotta get in some damage, so.
Take another master.
I will if our opponent blocks this thing. They did not. I'm gonna play another master. Hopefully this was not a stupid idea. And hold on, I can take another hit from this super insane thing. Elf creatures you control get +3/+3 in travel. This thing's not an elf, it's just a giant moron. Which means I should play things right now.
The two genders.
Oh, I made a big mistake then with this Master of Waves.
Stupid elf and giant moron.
Oh. More Fairy Conclave. Well, okay, the Fairy Conclave's not bad because they're going to. They each represent a block on this guy.
So each of those tokens is now with what? 5 what? Each of those tokens is now what?
It's a 3/2.
Oh, it's a 3/2. That's a 5/2.
And the longer this game goes, the closer we get to actually winning it. Okay, Take one more big, gigantic hit to the face. So peeling an island would be ideal here.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, stop it. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Fine. Ugh, a lot of hard work for nothing. Yeah, maybe there's some room to, like, block the Fairy Conclave. No, I can't block the Fairy Conclave, not there. I'm going to keep the deck as it is. Let's just hope our opponent doesn't have a really fast hand. That game went really long. That was good. Our opponent is really low on time. They're screwing up all over the place with the client. This hand's great.
It's all in your favor. You can't lose.
The hand's not great, actually, but it's... Okay, forget it. I take it back. This hand's clunky. Fairy Conclave makes it clunky. Spreading Seas is not that important.
It's amazing.
Although if
It's no use for blue mana.
So you think. Maybe we're going to go straight to Master of Waves mana.
I think you should use those Spreading Seas.
Maybe I will. If I could play last turn, I would have. Oh! Oh! It's a bit painful. Alright, let's try to ramp into... Is this... actually this produces black mana, so we'll Spreading Seas this. Lands. Ugh. We have a chance here if we can, like, just ramp into Master of Waves, but, like, that's not going to happen. Okay, this is not ideal, but I can Merfolk Trickster the Archdruid at their upkeep. Give us another turn. But I need to peel lands. Okay, that's step one. Okay, upkeep, and then hope they don't have Collected Company. I mean, we have... Our back is against the wall, we have to hope for a lot of things. Things have to go right for us. Come on, nothing! Complete whiff. Another Archdruid. Well, that's not a complete whiff. That's a disaster.
It's okay.
I don't think so. They have 2 minutes 25 seconds left, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
No, you just get one more land and then chump block. Gotta get that master up there.
I can't chump block. Now they got something that gives everything trample.
Oh.
+3/+3 and trample. So I think my best chance is actually just to trade with these guys. Should I? Okay, this is... it's too much damage. I have to just trade. It's just way too much damage. I got Master of Waves, but not on curve. I needed it last turn. If I had it last turn, then we could play another Master of Waves this turn.
Well, you can still use your other Spreading Seas to shut down. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. These things generate mana, right?
Yes, everything generates mana. Do I straight up die next turn? I do. Alright. So, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to complain about Fairy Conclave in this matchup. Again, Elves is, like, they're almost non-existent in the metagame. This is not what I'm playing Merfolk for. Elves is not a big player. Elves actually probably the worst positioned of most decks because of the super removal heavy nature of Modern right now. You have to be prepared for control, because if you're not prepared for control, you're going to get rolled. And mind you, Elves is a bad matchup already, so I don't want to hedge against decks like this.
Does Infect have more real estate in the metagame?
Yes, actually.
Take that, Elves.
Infect is making some finishes. It's not super popular, but I see it right now. Okay, so I'll give this to our opponent, or they want to do something else. I'll let them have fun. They can enjoy themselves.
It's their first day.
Because certainly, if this was an island, we could have played Spreading Seas on turn 2, and probably we would have drawn into the lands that we needed to play on curve. Although, I mean, you also have to give credit to your opponent's deck. We had an Ether Vial on turn 1, and it was because of their deck that we don't have an Ether Vial anymore. They had the Reclamation Sage.
You should block.
Doesn't matter. They have trample.
You should block.
I've had enough of this. I've had enough of Elves. So that was our matchup against Elves. Still not very good. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon, and we're going to thank our sponsor, thebananabase.com. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.